Hello, and welcome to Weed and Grub.
Couple plugs up top. Come see us live at the Feds Can Fuck Off Tour March 1st. We are going to be in Berkeley, California. March 3rd, we are going to be in Sacramento, California. March 6th, we are going to be in San Diego, California. More dates to come. But if you're near any of those places, come see us live. It's going to be an amazing time.
It sure is. And yeah, they're all in California, but we're going to be spreading out across the country like ectoplasm.
Yeah, come see the blob.
Yeah, Weed and Grub Live. It's such a good time. We have stand-up giveaways, games, trivia, potatoes sometimes. All sorts of goodness.
All the time. Everyone's counting on seeing the potato live.
Hey.
Ooh, I'm stoned.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. You ready to start this show?
I sure am. It's our last of the year.
Congrats, Mary Jane.
Congratulations, Mike.
We did it.
It's been a hell of a year.
It has been a hell of a year.
Roller coaster.
Yeah, we're not alone in that.
No, I think, globally, cosmically, internationally. Space Station had a weird year. Everyone had a fucking weird year. Archie had a weird year.
What kind of drama do you think's happening on the space station? I bet there's a lot.
There was that tomato.
What?
You didn't hear about the space tomato?
Let's go. Okay. Wait, what up, Mary Jane?
How's it going, Mike?
So good. Welcome to Weed and Grub, everyone. This is a podcast about comedy,
cannabis,
cooking,
culture,
calling shit out,
and weird shit in space.
Yo, what happened?
So the space station has, I believe it was on the International Space Station. I can't imagine where else this would have happened. So I'm just going to say that's where it was. They grew a tomato in space. And that was very exciting for obvious reasons, growing produce out in space so we can all move out there sometime because we're destroying our planet. Mm-hmm. But then they misplaced the tomato.
No.
They couldn't find it.
Lost in space tomato?
Lost space tomato. And it was huge drama because they were accusing the guy who grew the tomato of having then eaten said space tomato. And he was like, no, I just put it somewhere and I can't find it. Which is wild.
Is he a 6-year-old astronaut? Because that's exactly what a baby would say.
Yeah, I can't find my space tomato. And then it hit the news that it was found. And all is well.
He was telling the truth.
He was telling the truth. He did
I
not
bet
eat.
that there were factions like on Survivor about that space tomato. Some were defending him. Some were against him.
When I think people are still like, is that the same space tomato or did you just grow another one because you really did eat the first space tomato? Not a whole lot going on up there in
Mark
space.
thinks the Russians took it.
The Russians, it's an international space station. It could have been like a tactic.
Demoralize our astronaut community.
A tactic.
Yeah. Wait, I will say he deserves first bite.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think him not sharing it is what would make me mad if I lost a space tomato.
Right.
He deserves first bite. Get in there. Eat it like an apple. But after that, you got to share it with us other knots.
Oh, I think you would have to slice it up and salt it.
That's how you would do it.
That's how I would do it.
I would bite it.
You would just eat it like an apple?
Like an apple. Like I'm a, atom.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So there was space station drama. I wasn't making it up.
That's
everyone's having a weird year.
You have your own drama right now with these pants you're wearing.
God, yes. Are we going to talk about this up top? I can't remember. Yes, okay.
It is the funniest thing of my month. It is my month's funniest.
I am so glad that you showed me that there's a whole area of TikTok dedicated to this shit where you order something online and you show what it should look like and then what it actually is. And all of the ones I feel like you showed me are from this same store.
Really?
Do not shop at this place. It is. I ordered these pants. I was like, we're doing the MJs. We're in Vegas. I need a little glitz. I need a little glam. I went online. I just Googled gold pants. I just wanted some gold pants with a black blazer to look, nice. And I found these gold lame pants online. They looked beautiful. They were high waisted. They were flared. They were kind of like palazzo pants style. I think we have a picture. If you're looking at our YouTube, you can see these beautiful pants that were, would have been very flattering. For some reason, it's not looking right. But anyway,
catch up.
See, everything's weird. Mercury's in retrograde, I think, or something's going on with the tech, too.
We got to bomb Mercury.
Everything's crazy.
I am so sick of Mercury. Can we...
I don't think that's actually
I'm sorry,
really
but we need to knock
effect.
it into a different orbit. If it's going to be gaslighting us like this all the time, fuck Mercury. Down with Mercury. If I was running in 2024 against Donald Trump...
Cancel Mercury.
Cancel Mercury.
Fuck yes. Okay. I'm with it.
I'm so sick of Mercury.
don't think it actually really does anything, does
Would
it?
it kill you to just put a smile on your goddamn dumb planet
Just be
face?
normal and stop fucking with our tech. Okay, so here are the pants. The gold pants. They're up on our YouTube. You can go look at them now. I think these would have been an amazing pair of pants to rock on the red carpet at the MJs or just clubbing a night out, whatever. I ordered them. I was hesitant to like really.
How did you find this company?
I Googled them.
They showed up as a sponsored Google post or something?
Yeah,
they were
like
in the
if you
top selections.
Yeah. Like if you shop online nowadays, Google just like sends you a whole bunch of suggestions, and it's crazy easy. And you just like,
Is it Shein?
No, it's called, I mean, you should know. And it's like, it was shipped from somewhere in China too. It was like X plus wear. And then the billing address was some guy in Florida. Like the whole thing was just the name of the place. The whole thing just seemed, I was like, I'm loath to believe that they're actually going to show up and be great, but I was unprepared for how outrageously terrible they are. I'm wearing them right now. They're see-through. First.
Look at that.
They look nothing.
Will you just stand up for?
I will. I will stand up so people can see this on the YouTube. Look, you can see the pockets. It's so thin. They're like made of paper.
It's what? Let me feel the side. It's one piece of fabric with an elastic
waistband. Is like old lady school teacher. They're so bad.
They're so bad. How much did they cost?
They were like $39.95.
Okay.
So
I do blame you a little bit because that is a price that you should be suspicious of.
Yeah, you're not going to get a really nice pair of high-waisted gold lame pants that are going to look fucking awesome for $39.95.
These Travis Scott Nikes only cost me $180. They're probably real.
Oh my God.
You know?
Sorry, I got stoned and I got cotton mouth. Woo.
But you kept them? Or I guess you can't return them?
I can't return them. I mean, I could return them, I guess, or I could do anything. I could leave a review. Like, I haven't even given any feedback. I just got them and I was like, yeah, that tracks. Because you had shown me some of these women who've been ordering, like there was one woman who ordered what looked like a beautiful wool jacket that was in multicolors, and like the picture is gorgeous, the fit, and then she put it on the TikTok and it's just like this, it looks like a dish towel.
It does look like a dish towel. It was pockets of like popping pink and bright reds and oranges, all these fall colors.
Gorgeous.
Gray. The whole thing is just like gray and drab.
Oh my God.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's insane. So I've always like been suspicious of online shopping. I think I'm going to, go back to only in store. All the time.
Yeah, absolutely.
These pants are a disaster. But
I can't believe you're going to wear those on stage in front of a packed theater in Vegas.
I mean, you could see my pubic hair if I weren't wearing fucking tights under them to like, give myself some coverage. Yeah. They're so see-through. They're so see-through.
So
you would be looking at my whole business if I were not wearing tights right now. And I got a little modesty.
Some dude just crashed his car when you said pubic hair.
Excuse me. What, my pubic hair?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I do have some. I don't do the full fucking Monty Brazilian situation.
I think it's out.
It is out. Thank God. Because I used to do it.
It's out.
And it's expensive. And also it's just kind of weird. It feels weird. Like, I don't know if you've ever...
Yeah, because I'll use, like, I've talked about it on here before, but the same clippers I use to shave my beard.
That's right.
Shave my balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Archie.
And and Archie.
Yeah.
Yeah, the three furriest things in the room.
Yep.
My beard, my balls, and Archie.
Have you ever waxed anything? Have you ever had a wax?
Only nair. I've only naired myself, and that was a disaster because I was just giving myself a chemical burn.
Was that when you were
nothing could live on? Like, it was like a nuke went off on my chest.
A teenager? Was this when you were a teen?
College.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was like really buff and I was feeling myself and I had muscles and I was like, all this hair is getting in the way of everyone seeing my pecs.
Okay.
I better nair. And instead, I just turned bright red with pimples all over, and it was a disaster.
It's
and
horrifying.
It felt awful on my t-shirt. I hated how my t-shirt felt with the smoothness of my chest. So maybe that's what you're talking about with your panties and a smooth.
Yeah, when you have a Brazilian, it's slippery. And it feels
slippery.
weird. You feel like a little dolphin. Like, it's just, I like the little layer of insulation.
I'm so glad you said dolphin because I was going to say manatee. And I think you saved it by saying dolphin because that's a better choice.
I don't think I would have liked it if you'd called me a manatee, Mike.
That's why I'm so glad you said something first.
Yeah. Jesus.
Because manatees are like
not slippery. Manatees are wrinkly.
No, they're not.
Yeah. They're like big and wrinkly.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I picture them as like a smooth-skinned.
I've never touched one, so I don't know. But I feel like they're wrinkly.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Well, its nose does look like a vagina.
Oh my God. Okay. Moving on. These pants suck and I made latkes.
Yeah, let's get into it. Save me, Mary Jane.
Come on.
I'm drowning over here.
Talking about my
pillow.
vagina looking like a manatee nose.
Well, you brought it up and I shouldn't have brought it home.
It's the last episode of the year, everyone. We're loose moosing it up here. We have some latkes. I just felt like making a holiday latke to share with you on the podcast today, Mike.
These look amazing.
And share with Mark as well.
I, as a Jewish man who did nothing for any Jewish anything this year, thank you for making the most Jewish thing in the world, Mary Jane.
Is this your first latke of the year?
Latke. This is my first latke of the year.
I hope
it's never
they're
too
good.
late.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's a little thick, a little too thick. But I did bring some sour cream, and I also have homemade tzatziki because I'm just cooking up a storm at home these days with sandwiches and other stuff, and I'm trying to let me help you open that. I thought that the this homemade tzatziki would also go well with these delicious potato latkes, which are from the New York Times cooking app recipe.
Which I watched you make these. A couple of things. One, there are 5,500 5-star reviews.
Mm-hmm.
I think the total time of 45 minutes was absolutely accurate.
It was bang on.
You raced through that. Let me get some sour cream. That's the best topping.
Yeah. Gotta have that cream. You're a cream boy.
I had a funny bit.
Okay. You had a funny bit as you take a bite.
That was really good.
Thank you.
When for Christmas and stuff, do you ever get the 3 sections of popcorn tin? The cheddar popcorn, the butter popcorn, the caramel popcorn. It's the number one like Christmas gift in the world. Do you know it at all?
I don't. That sounds like a very American thing.
Super American. The popcorn is probably 10 years old, just vacuum sealed because it doesn't go bad. But it's just like drenched in this like weird alternative butter. It's drenched in this weird alternative cheddar. The caramel all sticks together. And caramel is like a 3rd tier popcorn. Of all the popcorns, it's number 3. You've never had that before?
No, I've never even seen it. I have no idea what that is.
It's so good. It might be one of my favorite parts of Christmas.
The Hampton Popcorn and Candy Company. Okay.
And so the 3-section popcorn I love. And I was thinking, I was like, what would a Jewish one be? And I think it would be like a big thing of latkes, a big thing of applesauce, and a big thing of smoked salmon.
Oh.
Wouldn't that be a fun 3-tier popcorn tin, but for Jewish people?
I would swap out the applesauce for sour cream. Would you be allowed to do that?
What did I say?
Applesauce.
Oh, yes. And smoked salmon and latkes.
The wheat is strong today.
Ooh, a big tube of sour cream.
Will you try my tzatziki?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
wouldn't that be fun?
When I have sour cream around, everything just becomes a vehicle for said sour cream. So
number one condiment.
Sour cream is your number one condiment?
Far and away by all of them. Oh, tell me about the tzatziki recipe as I try this.
Tzatziki, it's crazy amount of garlic, hella grated Persian cucumber, fresh dill, lemon, half and half Greek yogurt and labna. And a friend of mine just suggested that I put dried mint in it too, which I think I'll try next time. But it's so fucking garlicky. Sorry about that. But
fucking, how dare you apologize?
Otherwise, it's pretty good, right?
It's so good.
Thank you.
The garlic is important.
I feel like it's healthy.
Man,
wards everything off.
You have become a oh shit. You have become a sorry, it's bothering me that the lid is falling off. You have become a like a seasoning freak, and it's the best. Everything you do, you're so much more heavy-handed. If I were to give you one compliment from this year,
thank you.
You have become a heavy-handed seasoner as the year has progressed. You used to do like a bullshit amount of salt, and everybody's like, I'll add my own salt because that's a nonsense amount.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, like cut from that to today where everything packs a lemony punch, everything has a garlic zing, everything you make has like crisp, flavorful.
Thank you.
You've really fucking outdone yourself. It's
Thank
incredible.
you very much. I learned a lot from cooking with you, and I've learned a lot from just making a ton of I'm trying to make the sandwiches that I make for my sandwich videos actually truly delicious, so I want to eat them, and I was failing. Like they
were gross sandwiches.
I had like a run of where I was just like, well, I would finish making the video and then I wouldn't eat the sandwich, and food waste is nonsense and just goes against everything I believe in. And so I was like, well, I better up my sandwich game, and that came with learning how to like season food because I grew up in a salt-free household, you know.
That's me too.
Yeah,
me too. Oh man,
You did?
Let's talk about Christmas dinners real
Okay.
quick.
Like, did you
Or
truly
holiday
grow?
dinners,
Like, was
since
it?
this is after. We're recording this the Friday before Christmas, but that's because I want to go take a bunch of Molly and dance next week.
I'm
So
with
you know
you.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So if I say Christmas, it's because Christmas hasn't happened yet, but Molly will be happening when we're supposed to be recording this.
That's
So,
right.
Yeah. So like one of the things my family does over the holidays, if we're all in the same city, is everybody makes a dish underneath a genre. So one year it was like sandwiches, and we would all go to the grocery store with like a $50 budget from my mom, and then we would build our sandwich that we're gonna make. And so we
Like
knew
Top Chef style, kind of competitive.
competitive in the way that we only have one stove and everybody wants their sandwich to be best. So you're like shuffling behind someone, looking over their shoulder, like still reducing that tomato sauce. Let's go, dude. You know.
Mm-hmm. I want to know what kind of sandwich you made.
And so I will tell you in 1 second. But so we would all make sandwiches for each other, and excuse me. Sorry, I ate
I'm not sure
that
what's
vodka
going
really fast.
on.
I'm burping.
You're, yeah, this
I got
is great.
vodka and weed inside me.
This is good podcasting right here.
You've only
Thanks.
grown this year, and I've slid so far downhill.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. No, you have grown immensely too. I'm having a great time. I think this is so silly and fun, and I'm so glad that we're doing it. I'm sorry that I also I'm coughing and drinking water constantly. Thank you for letting us be in your ears, friends. Jesus Christ. Okay. Carry on, Mike. Sandwiches.
What was I talking about?
Jesus,
I know,
sandwiches.
sandwiches, but
How your family shuffles around. And...
seasoning.
Okay.
Okay, so all of this is to say, like, one year my dad made a meatloaf sandwich. I made a chicken parm because that's my go-to. I can make it with my eyes closed. I make a great tomato sauce. I love a chicken parm sandwich.
Love that.
I knocked it out of the park. I also commandeered the entire kitchen and said, everyone out for 2 hours.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I was like, get out of here. I don't need anyone. But then, like, my dad, like, just old garlic powder in the cabinet from 2012 that is still caked up and not used. Just the rack of, you have your basic white dude shit. Paprika, garlic powder, onion powder, salt, pepper, cayenne.
All the powders.
Exactly. No
Nothing
dried
fresh.
herbs, nothing fresh.
No.
Just your classic garlic, onion, paprika, cayenne. Ta-da!
Yeah, maybe some old dill.
Oh, for sure.
Like
There's
weird
old dill in there.
dill. Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just white dude cabinet shit.
Adds that note of like dried newspaper.
It doesn't even crumble in your mouth. It just stays whole.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally.
Terrible.
And so I was like, so everyone's making their sandwiches, and my dad's like, will you taste this meatloaf? It tastes off to me. And I tasted it, and it just tastes like zero fat ground turkey. That's all it tastes like. I'm like, did you add any salt? He's like, I don't want to overpower it. I was like, what are you talking about, dog? Like, add some salt to your no fat lean ground turkey. This is what you eat?
Yeah.
God damn it, man.
It's crazy. My dad had high blood pressure, so my mother cooked everything for the whole family with no salt. And so I truly didn't know what salt could do for food until I like moved out at 16 and moved to Montreal and started like going out to eat with friends. And I remember the first time I ever had this crazy black bean chicken that was this fermented dish at a Chinese restaurant, and it punched my taste buds in the fucking nuts, if my taste buds had nuts, with the levels of flavor, and the salt was such a big part of it. Yeah. And I was just like, oh my God, this makes everything sing. So, but I've always been kind of judicious with my salt use because of the way I grew up. And so now I've learned so much. I really did learn from you. And I have also learned that, yeah, I don't want to over salt, and I don't want to be high sodium and high blood pressure myself. So I can keep an eye on that. But
Sure.
Yes, I have learned about seasoning. What are you looking at?
Mark wrote, producer Mark's wife is slowly killing him by taking salt away.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not great for you.
Can I see your hand? I have a confession to make to you.
Okay.
I don't know if you'll get mad or not, but in the idea of ending this year and this podcast on an honest, ultra honest note.
Okay.
These top latkes, when you pulled them out of the fryer and then you went to go throw on your gold pants.
Yes.
I ran over there and salted them because you didn't salt them when they came out of the fryer. And then I turned them over so that you wouldn't see the salt on them and think, did I salt them? I don't remember salting them. Did you salt them? And now I'm feeling guilty because of this conversation, but I ran over and salted your latkes and then hid it.
Wow.
And that's just the truth.
Please let go of my hand.
Okay. I'm not sorry, but I am glad to have revealed.
Why didn't you just say to me in the moment, why aren't you salting your latkes?
Well, I didn't want to say it like that because that's rude. You're making latkes for like everyone here, and I'm not about to like over the shoulder salt holder you.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
For
Nobody
sure.
wants a backseat salter.
Uh-huh.
But
Well,
now it's worse.
Fucking now we know. Yeah, now you just made it so much worse.
I'm like that
Because
old Italian mother who sneaks in and like fucks up your sauce recipe.
Louise. Okay, well, I'm glad you salted them and that you think they taste delicious and you were trying to give me a compliment about my seasoning, but you just took it all away.
Oh no, I'm talking about the internal seasoning, not the external
What an
secret salt.
insane move.
Oh no, I
The
wasn't giving
definition of
myself...
gaslighting. You were making me question my own fucking reality here, Mike. You just told me that I was great at seasoning, and then you told me that you seasoned shit behind my back.
No.
Fuck out of here.
Oh no.
Give me these latkes. You're not getting any more.
Oh fuck. Oh
What a
fuck.
dick move.
Oh,
God
fuck.
damn.
They're so good.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Next topic. Asshole.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, seriously. What do you want me to like? What am I supposed to say about that? You were making me feel all good, and then you just ripped that rug right out from under me.
I really
I got
didn't
weird
mean-
pants on, and my latkes suck.
No, they don't. Your latkes are amazing. And the way that you grated the onion and you bit the bullet by crying through onion grating. Like you grated the shit out of that onion and
I
it
sure did.
filled the whole kitchen.
Yeah.
And you tucked your head down and just went to town.
Yeah, I'm a super special, awesome, fantastic person who makes wonderful latkes.
Yes, you do. They're so good.
Thank you. You cannot have any more.
I don't deserve any more, it feels like.
No, here you can have some. I'm not going to eat them all myself.
They're
but
really
wow,
great.
wow. I really am. I mean, I've I'm glad that you told me and that we're fully ending this year with all the notes of transparency and honesty and yeah, just being really open about all of it.
Like, I know we're going to do resolutions after the news,
Okay.
but I will like foreshadow it by saying one of my resolutions this year was honest,
Mm-hmm.
and I tried to keep it as well as I could.
Great.
So another pat on the back for me.
Yeah.
Sorry. God damn it.
Good job. Painful honesty. Totally unfunny, but great.
Mm-hmm. God damn it, Mary Jane. I'm so sorry.
It's totally
You
fine.
know my intentions are pure, right? You know my intentions are good.
Yeah, most of the time I feel like your intentions are good.
I mean the best. You're so great.
You definitely didn't have to. No, did you just say I'm so great?
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Thank you. I mean, I don't think I suck, you know.
These are really good latkes.
Thank you, Mike.
You're welcome.
Can we get to the news now?
God, I'm dying
time?
over here. Please.
Okay.
Well, actually, first,
Oh,
it ties
God.
into the news.
Yes, I did want to just mention something that happened to me because I feel like there are just restaurants in the world that are not restaurants. They're just operating as fronts for something else. And I recently had a very strange experience in my hometown of St. John's, Newfoundland, with a restaurant that was definitely not a restaurant, but I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck they're operating as because it was called Indian Street Food. If you live in St. John's, Newfoundland, don't go there. I was trying to buy lunch for a group of friends and I was like, I'll just get some like Indian takeaway. That'll be nice. I'll come home with some, some nice curry and some, samosas and some naan and it'll be great. And I went in there and they looked so surprised when I walked in. They were like, what are you doing in here? Like they truly did not anticipate that anyone was actually going to walk in through the door to order food. And so I placed my order. It was
And they're a restaurant?
It's called Indian Street Food. And it was set up to look like a restaurant. I mean, it could have, I truly don't know what they're up to.
Okay.
I feel like it could be a front for a drug operation. So I ordered the vegetable curry and they're like over explaining what's in the curries to me in a way where I was like, yeah, I know what a curry is. Like, you don't really need to tell me all the details of, what's going to go into these curries, but thank you. And they were like, it'll take about 15 to 20 minutes. I was like, okay, cool. So I went and ran some errands. And when I came back, there were like 5 of the dudes who were all like, who all just been standing around on their phones. They were all like working on the order together. And it just seemed like there was a high level of confusion. No one really seemed to know like which takeout containers to use. When I went to pay, they even seemed a little like baffled by the payment system. Like everything just seemed so strange. It was like, really, what are you guys doing here? And then I got it home. Excuse me, sorry. And the food was so fucking weird. I was like, these guys have never, and they seemed to all be Indian.
Mm-hmm.
It like the samosas were like, even the dough, you know how samosas are like that wonderful, like crispy, flaky pastry
Yes.
filled with potatoes and peas and stuff. Like everyone knows what a samosa is
Yes.
and how delicious a wonderful samosa is. This was like a bread ball with like mashed potato inside.
And like a little residual meth from the lab downstairs.
Yeah, it was truly so alarming. The naan seemed like it had been microwaved because it was rubbery. And then I got like a saag paneer, and it was like all loose and weird, and it just tasted like freshly mown grass. Like it didn't even taste like spinach. I was like, I'm not sure that this is spinach.
Were they all wearing
Hazmat suits?
hazmat suits while they were cooking?
They were just in like jeans and t-shirts, but the whole thing was just so funny because they just seemed so alarmed and surprised by me walking in the first place and placing an order. And then when I got the food home, I was like, yeah, this isn't a restaurant.
No,
That
it's
place
not.
is not a restaurant.
Wow.
Yeah, it was so fucking weird. And then I was thinking about that place on Melrose that you and I went into.
Yeah, something grill.
MJ
Grill.
MJ Grill.
Which made us both want to go in there. My middle name's the letter J.
Mhm.
You're Mary Jane.
Yep.
We're like, this grill is for us.
Yes, absolutely. We're both MJ.
Yeah.
We went in. Also, they seemed alarmed that we had entered their establishment. They were like, "Oh God, hello." And we
Red
were like,
flag number one.
"Hi." And we were looking at the menu, and there was like an Impossible Burger for $26, French fries for like $16.
Yeah, everything was marked up like 3 times the appropriate amount.
It was so expensive. And then I don't even remember if we actually ordered because we were so wigged out by the prices.
I think had it just been me in there alone or you in there alone, we would have done it because it feels weird to walk out of a place. Like once you're in,
You got to order.
I'm committed to the order.
Yes.
Even if I don't want to.
That's such a good point because that's exactly what happened at the Indian street food place where I was like, oh no, now they're all looking at me. I guess I have to order even though I'm not feeling it, but
Yes.
here we go.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I remember in Chicago, I walked into a place and it just reeked of bleach. And I was still
Ooh.
like, yeah, I'll get a burrito. You know what I mean? Like,
God.
not okay. So
No.
you need, if you're going to a new restaurant that might be a money laundering scheme or a drug lab, take a friend.
Yeah, you need an exit
You
plan.
need an exit plan.
God, I remember the smell of bleach. I remember I got a mushroom pasta once at a place in Toronto that smelled like cum, actually. It was like that bleachy, awful smell. And I still ate it.
I'm saying.
I'm so Canadian. Yeah.
That's so crazy. But yes, to all of that, you need a friend. So I'm so glad we didn't pay $69 for a veggie burger and fries and a soda.
From a front for like fentanyl or whatever the fuck it is that they're
Truly.
actually selling.
I will say, to their credit, they never even came over to take our order.
Yeah,
they
they
just
didn't
like
give a fuck.
looked up at me and looked right back down.
Yeah. This is not a restaurant. And we all know it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that actually ties into our news this week, the Grub Gazette, presented by Scent Air. Get yourself a Scent Air, 25% off. Use code GRUB. This one smells good.
Yeah, it always smells delicious.
You can't even smell the delicious Latkes or the weed that I've been smoking.
The delicious latkes that you salted behind my back.
I
Okay.
do feel okay.
Yeah, you should feel bad.
I do feel bad. So this news story actually comes from SF Gate, which probably stands for San Francisco Gate.
It
would
does.
be my guess.
I wonder, yes.
The French Laundry. We all know the French Laundry. It's where Gavin Newsom went instead of taking care of COVID. The French Laundry issued a cease and desist letter to a California cannabis company. The founders of Maven Genetics. Have you heard of Maven? They have that maroon package with a big fat golden M on it.
Okay.
Maven Genetics, a California canny company, changed the name of their most celebrated strain to the French Laundry.
Wow.
Because it's a Michelin-starred strain in their opinion. So they're like, this is our French Laundry, and they meant it as a compliment. And
What are
being
you
like,
talking
how
about?
dope is this?
You can't just take someone else's name. That's someone else's IP.
Well,
what are you
that's-
talking about?
That seems to be Thomas Keller's point as
Yeah.
well. Yeah. He wrote a cease and or his lawyers, either way, they wrote a cease and desist letter saying you cannot name your strain the French Laundry.
Yeah, I can't even believe that they attempted to do that. That is so wild. It's so funny to me when companies name their, like when Girl Scout cookies came out and then they were all surprised that they got like slapped with a bunch of lawsuits. But
now it still stands.
well, it's GSC now,
Right.
I think is how it's mostly referred to.
Right.
And everyone's kind of moved on from that straight anyway. I feel like everyone's talking about the gelatos now.
That's very true.
But
So
yeah.
just listen to, I just want to read Maven's press release about the cease and
oh,
desist.
please.
Maven has received a cease and desist letter from renowned Napa restaurant French Laundry citing trademark infringement issues. Our strain's name, meant as a playful tribute to its parent genetics, was never intended to infringe on any trademark.
Oh my God.
However, to avoid potential legal entanglements, we have made the difficult decision to retire the French Laundry name from our product lineup.
Wow. Just, I mean,
so now
so many
that they've
layers.
gotten rid of it, they have renamed the strain
Yes.
FKAFL.
FKAFL, formerly known as French Laundry.
Yeah.
I mean, great.
It's so silly.
It's just so silly. How could you possibly think that? I don't know. It's just weed companies are wild, man.
Yeah.
You remember a couple of years ago there was a weed company or a CBD company maybe that was just like using Willie Nelson's face to sell its product.
That's right. I do remember
And he was
that.
like, no, guys. And they were like, we love you. It's in honor of you. And he was like, no,
it's
you can't do that. You can't use someone else's trademark or that's wild.
So funny.
Someday someone's going to put your face on something and you're going to have to go after them.
Well, when I was doing Glazed, and I was trying to do trademark stuff and copyright stuff, I met with my lawyer and he was like, because it's stand-up, something that a lot of companies are doing now that you have to be aware of in these contracts is they'll say we can use your name and likeness for anything from this content, but then they can take your face and your pull quotes and all of that, and they can actually use your name in all of their other stuff unless you fight against it. So like Pirates of Caribbean and Disney,
Yeah.
like there's lawsuits that have to do with like Johnny Depp and using his likeness and his face because Disney tries to own that character, which means they own his face. And so all of that stuff is truly true. And now with AI and bots and everything else, like, you know, who knows what's real, who knows what's fake. So it'll be a constant battle of trying to protect your own, you know,
your likeness.
Humanity. Yeah, exactly.
Fuck, that's
pretty
so
wild.
Fucking wild. It really is. I just had to alert a friend of the pod, Dave Bienenstock, that his Great Moments in Weed History podcast had a spam account that was like just one letter off, but just reposting all of his content just to steal fucking likes, I guess. I'm not even sure why people would do that, but like, have you ever had like a spam account set up with your name and likeness or anything?
I think I'll be famous when that happens. I'm
Okay.
nowhere near that yet.
All right.
You know.
Archie's clicking around.
I
Sorry.
want to.
Come on up, Archie. Come on up, buddy. Here we go. Chill out.
Can he have a Latka?
No.
Okay. What are your resolutions next year, Mary Jane?
My resolutions next year are to start off saying no.
Ooh.
Like standing up for some stuff in a way that is still uncomfortable for me, but I'm getting better at and better at and better at. And this year I feel like I really came into my own with some of it. And learning to do it in a way that doesn't come from a place of fear or aggression, but just confidence that I'm allowed to say no or what I need and just state it firmly and confidently. And like, that's new for me. So that's a big resolution.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. Is there any from this past year that come to mind that you executed and were really happy? Like, it was a hard year for both of us.
Yeah. It was
but
a
if you
hell
were to
of a
like
year.
if you were to look on paper at the things that we have accomplished individually and together,
Mm-hmm.
it's an amazing year.
Yeah.
It's just that like personally and privately and familially
Mm-hmm.
and all of that stuff.
A lot of pain
like,
points.
Fucking hell, man.
Super crazy amounts of pain points on the personal levels. For sure.
So are there any proud moments that stick out to your mind from this year that are worth celebrating on pod?
Yeah. I mean, the sandwiches.
Yeah.
You know, and that wasn't about saying no, but that was about saying confidently what I wanted and what I wanted to do. And I've learned so much in doing it because I look back at the sort of body of work that I've created at this point. But like, I've posted 135 sandwiches.
And they've gone viral.
And some of them have done
you've
really
raised
well.
money.
And they've been really cool. There's been great responses to some and then others not so much. And I look at some of them and I'm like, oh yeah, I've super learned from that. Like, I don't want to come across as a smug, condescending asshole. And I've made some videos that I look back at and I'm like, yeah, that was my tone. That's not a good place to operate from.
Mm-hmm.
So just like, you know, learning and tweaking and operating from a place of like, I want to share information while sharing sandwiches and having a great time doing both. And also hopefully making an impact in, you know, this next year with an election year to like keep really talking, especially about abortion and just civil rights and, you know, rights for women, which some men believe we don't have anything to fight for, which is crazy. So I'm going to be loud and I'm going to continue to be bold about it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You make me think of how one of the things that we get every single year in our DMs and through our email and everything is like, I'm thinking about starting a podcast. How can I start?
Mm-hmm.
And our response is always, you start it and be consistent with it.
Yep.
And it'll have ups and it'll have downs, but you got to be consistent and you've got to dedicate yourself to it and be disciplined and just start making it.
Mm-hmm.
And your sandwiches are I just had to start doing something. I had to make something. I had to if you don't mind me saying this, I hope you don't mind me saying this. You aren't a vocal, opinionated person by nature. Like in private on a walk and talk, you'll tell me how you feel and you'll be vocal and angry about it. But public facing, you don't really share much unless it's through an article you're writing or something that we might talk about on here. So for you to take the impetus to say, I care so much about this, I'm going to just do this on my own, make these sandwiches and make them consistently and to see how it goes is a massive deal. That is a massive year celebration.
Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. I feel you on it too. And I feel like I just all of a sudden this year arrived at a place in my life where I was like, okay, I really feel passionate about this. I really feel like speaking up about sexism and misogyny and reproductive rights right now at this stage in my life. And I'm in a place where I'm not worried about what people are going to think. I can just fucking do it. So thank you so much. It means a lot to me. And I'm really excited to continue to make them next year and grow and grow and grow.
Yeah.
100K.
100K?
Yeah. I want
That's
to
a
hit
good
100K.
resolution.
100K followers.
Oh, fuck.
Why am I saying 100K? 100,000 followers.
Because 100K is way cooler.
Is it?
Hundo K?
Hundo K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hundy K?
What about you, Mike?
That's great.
I want to hear.
Before we go to me, I'm looking at these Latkes.
Mm-hmm. I'm holding them so they're in your eye line so you feel uncomfortable the whole time.
I want another one with a slab of sour cream on it.
Here.
These are a little thick, but they're delicious and crispy and great.
Yeah, they could be thinner.
Would you cut one in half and make a sandwich, or would you use them like ramen? A ramen on either side of a hamburger to make a latke sandwich?
I guess, yeah, maybe so. I would put there was a potato pancake recipe at the restaurant I used to work at in New York called the NoHo Star that was potato pancakes with sour cream, a little bit of the seaweed salad, and a piece of ahi.
Oh,
and then
open face?
And then a little bit, just the pancakes.
Yeah.
It wasn't a sandwich. It was you get 2 potato pancakes on the plate, and then we'd each have the sour cream, seaweed, ahi, and a little bit of roe. And fucking A, man.
Yum.
Delicious.
Yum.
Also, I just was talking to the manager of that restaurant, who is now the manager of Keen's Steakhouse in New York, a really good friend of mine, Julia Lazowski. And she said that she would share some of the sandwich recipes from NoHo Star with me. NoHo Star no longer exists, but some of those sandwich recipes were fucking iconic. There was a soft scrambled egg with broccoli and blue cheese that was really phenomenal.
Oh, dear.
There was a crazy tomato panini that was really good. And there was a tuna melt with guacamole, or not tuna melt, a fresh tuna with guacamole sandwich that I don't even like tuna salad, but that one was so lemony and delicious with avocado.
I think that's what I like about tuna. Any salad, I actually like the zings and zangs more than I like the chicken or the tuna or the egg.
Right, because you're all about seasoning.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What are your resolutions? Come on. I want to hear your stuff.
I'm going to continue with ultra honesty.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make more good friends because I have some good friends now, and that feels really good. I want to say yes, even when my first instinct is no. I want to say yes, like getting invited to well, he's my butt of the week this week, but getting invited to something where my instinct would be to say no. And he even double checked and followed up with me. And he's like, "You're really coming, right?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, I am." He's like, "Okay, good. I'm excited." So I don't like to go out. I want to work on having a great time and not feeling guilty for not staying home and thinking I should be working on stand-up clips, or I should be writing more stand-up, or I should be emailing people and schedule sending for the next day to get booked more, and instead go out, have a great time, not feel guilty about it, say yes from jump, and then stick to it and actually show up and hang out with these people, because I get invited to a lot of stuff and I say no a lot, and I think at a certain point people will just stop inviting you, and I don't want to stop being invited. I want to stop myself from not going.
Yeah.
So that's a big resolution for me.
That's awesome, because I think it's true. People will stop asking you, and the older you get, the harder it is to connect with people. It's it's really interesting. Like for me to be in my 40s now, and I look around at my friend landscape, and it's just so different because people are just in different places with family and kids and jobs and whatever it is. So curating that level of connection now, so you have those friendships as you as you age.
Yeah.
It's fucking important.
Yeah. I also want to make 100K,
Yeah.
and I want to get a new car,
Great.
and I want to audition for Just for Laughs, and I want to audition for Netflix, and I want to audition for Comedy Central. Like, I want some big career moves to happen this year because I finally feel like I'm funny enough and I'm good enough at stand-up that I can separate myself from the pack. Like, I finally feel like I'm in a place where after 7 years, I'm like, oh, nope, I'm so much better now, and now is the time. I'm ready now.
I've seen it happen. This year specifically, your comedy has really developed and it's gotten so rich and so good, and you're so comfortable, and you're so when you're on stage as an audience member, I feel so taken care of, and that's really fucking awesome. So
Thank you.
Yeah. I love watching you on stage. Like, I've gone to a few things in the past couple of months, and you're just in an amazing place with it, and you're really funny. So
thank you.
You're welcome.
And you have helped with my comedy for sure. I know we talked about that on last episode, but it's also true. You do hide a little bit of salt in my latke.
Yeah, that's awesome. I season your latke without you looking.
You season my latke without me looking.
I also want to thank you for, like, getting me back on stage and performing in a way that I don't know if I would have necessarily done without your encouragement, because I think a lot of people who've listened to this pod for a long time know that I got into a relationship that, like, really took some self-esteem away from me, and it's been a long journey back. And part of that has been, through podcasting with you, and also just, like, being funny on stage with you in a way that it's really given me a new foundation to move forward with. And so, like, I want to, as you were saying, you want to audition for Just for Laughs and Netflix and stuff. Like, I want to be on stage making stuff as well. And it's specifically, obviously the sandwiches are my passion project, but, like, just in a bunch of ways. Like, I'm ready to, like I said, when, we were on stage at the MJs, like, that's where I feel at home. That's where I'm happiest and most comfortable. And so I'm excited to do that next year.
That's nice.
Yeah.
My last two are, I want to simplify my life even more. I cut a lot of people and things out of my life this year that were not worth my fucking time.
Okay.
And it felt great because my circle got tighter, but it also got stronger. And I want to continue simplifying my life. And
wait, so you want to go out more, but cut more people out of your life?
The people who aren't serving me or making my life better and richer.
Okay.
Yeah, the people, like, whether it's in the industry or it's in personal, like, there are just some people where it's like, all right, that was a good run. But, I think we're good here.
Okay.
And so I want to continue to excommunicate the people and the things that are not serving me, like gluten and how it makes me break out with eczema. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Let's talk about it.
Get rid of that emotional eczema.
Let's go. Yeah. Yo, quit flaking all over the fucking scene, dude.
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Got it.
Emotional eczema.
Yeah,
exactly.
Last week we talked about emotional herpes. This week it's emotional eczema. Just a great, fun time here on this podcast.
100%. Stop with the breakouts. So I want to do that. I want to cut things and people out of my life, and and there was one other thing that is really important to me, and of course I can't remember it. What was it?
I don't know.
Oh, I do remember.
Okay.
I had to take a backseat to my own health this year because of my neck and shoulder. And if you listen to this podcast, I guess I don't mind talking about it, but I finally went to a new orthopedist. I got a second opinion yesterday.
Great.
Can I also say, I don't want a surgeon who's in his 70s or 60s.
Oh.
I want a young surgeon.
Really?
This guy, he was young. I trust him. I trust his steady hands more.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I don't want a grandpa surgeon. It doesn't matter. Like, I need surgery on my shoulder. I'm going to be getting surgery in the new year. I'll be in a brace for a month. It'll be like a 6 to 9 month recovery process.
Wow.
But then finally I can play basketball. I can play hockey. They told me I shouldn't, but I will. And I can finally, like, weight train and get back and be healthy and not just take long walks. And I can't wait to, like, get fucking strong again.
Great.
It's going to take surgery to get there, but I'll tell you what, man, seeing a young, confident doctor walk in instead of an old man, get that second opinion, because, like, I don't want a grandpa getting inside my body with his shaky hands and ancient wisdom. Like, I need somebody who probably is on point, cares about the new technology, cares about the new procedures that are out there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I feel like a young dude probably on TikTok is gonna be tapped into an algorithm that has, like, new techniques and fancy new things.
Great.
That's what I want.
I hear you on all of it.
Exactly. So second opinion, stand up for yourself. Get that second opinion if you don't trust the first.
Got it. I feel you. I mean, I'm looking for a new OBGYN because the dude I saw last time is just old as shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
The dude?
Yeah. I had to go
You have
see
a male gyno?
No, I normally have a woman who I actually also was looking for a new replacement because she was old as shit too. But then she wasn't available, so I had to see this guy, and he was the one who just walked in with another guy right behind him and was like, mind if we both come in? And I was like, absolutely, I mind. No, thank you.
Was it in NoHo in a abandoned warehouse with cameras set up?
Pretty much.
Jesus
anyway,
Christ.
I guess he was like a resident in
Why
training.
Don't you sit on this medical couch?
Yeah, with your pants off while we look at your hoo-ha.
What the fuck?
Anyway, I feel you on that. Yes.
What did you say when two men came in and were like, let's take a look?
I just looked at him and I smiled and I said, no, thank you. And he was like, oh. And then the resident left the room and then the doctor was, fine with it. But I think they were both a little surprised that I said no. And I was very surprised that they just chose to walk in without informing me. Like I wasn't told at the front desk that there would be two men walking into the room when I'm in a paper gown with my snatch hanging out.
Absolutely. Wow.
Snatch
that's crazy.
hanging out sounds crazy. Sorry,
Snatch
everyone.
Well, the no resolution continues.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. And also I should add, just so you know, if anyone out there is going to have surgery, you should ask if your orthopedist or whoever it is going to be performing the surgery and get confirmation that they will, because there are a lot of times when somebody in residence, unless it's something major, or even if it is major, will do it so that they gain experience with the expert looking over their shoulder the whole time. So you want to make sure, in my case, I'm not fucking around. I don't need someone practicing on me. That's what like pig carcasses are for. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, treat me like a thing that's not that.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm just, because I've had surgery before and it's fucking tricky.
Yeah.
It humanizes you. Like you hear about men who have like open heart surgery and heart attacks in their 60s and 70s, and all of a sudden they have like deep empathy and their whole personality changes.
Wow.
Because they crack open your body and all of a sudden you realize you're mortal, and it humanizes you in ways that you can't even fathom.
Wow. That's
David
so
Letterman, have you seen him? How he went from like a Ken Cartank crabby crabby old man who was an asshole on camera, and now he's doing like thoughtful wisdom searching.
Is it because he had
content.
surgery?
Yeah, he had open heart surgery and it fucking cracked him.
Wow.
Same with my grandpa.
Did Howard Stern have surgery?
Yes.
Or did he just get married?
No, he got surgery too.
Yeah, did change that guy.
So okay, so
why
if you're
can't
gonna
everyone just fucking have surgery, please?
Yeah, if you're gonna be president,
you got to have surgery.
You got to have open heart surgery.
You got to have open heart surgery. Let's get fucking Trump on that table.
Metaphorical and physical. Open heart surgery.
Yes.
For real. You have to have open hearted surgery.
I sort of support this. I see what you're getting at.
As you get sworn in, Mr. Donald Trump.
Oh, God.
You also have to be laid on a table and your fucking ribs have to be splayed open like a spatchcock.
So that you can think about the nature of existence for a moment and not just of your own fucking... Yeah, I just imagine like what it must be like in his head. It just must be constant noise.
Yeah.
You don't think
he doesn't... I don't think he thinks anything. I think it is like
just
a
like a wind tunnel.
It's present. I think he's so incredibly present at all times that he's never even thinking. It is just a instinctual automatic flow that just will never change. I don't think he has a thought in his fucking head.
Ugh.
I think it all comes from his balls and it's just instinctual.
Ugh, I don't like thinking about his balls.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about that. But open-hearted surgery
yes, I love it.
Is a good idea.
Yeah. I mean, it's similar to what David Crosby was proposing when he was on this podcast about putting LSD in the water. It's like just connecting you to existence and to each other. I listened last night, actually. It's funny that I'm thinking of it, but it is connected that Tara Brock, who is a meditation teacher, has an amazing podcast. And I was listening to one last night that was about how suffering can be a portal to awakening, and that a lot of suffering just comes from our fundamental need to feel like we belong, that we're all connected, and that, the feeling of that connection is contentment and happiness and peace. So, it would be fucking wonderful if narcissists were able to stop for a second and feel that connection, because they would act a lot better.
What if we could do, how like the FBI used to do those sting operations where they would reach out to all the pedophiles and be like, you won the lottery, come to this hotel room to pick up your winning. And then the pedophile would show up and then it would just be they would just swarm him and arrest him.
Okay.
What if we could do like transcendental meditation camps for all of our world leaders, but we frame it as like, we'd love to invite you to this super special, ultra secret Illuminati seminar, you know, in Oahu. So come on in. And then they get there and you take their phones away, and it's like a silent retreat where they have to sit with their own thoughts for a week. And
I fucking love it.
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good little doozy do.
They all should be forced to do that for real.
Sit down, be quiet for a week.
Yeah. Think about what you did. Think about what's good for humanity, please. God, in 2024.
Yeah.
My God. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
I like that idea a lot.
These are all fantastic ideas and resolutions.
I feel like that's kind of my I'm over it too.
Okay. What is your over it?
I mean, my I'm over it is Mercury. Let's bomb that baby.
Please.
We don't need that planet.
That
Knock
shit
it
is
out.
just wrecking everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have to trick our world leaders into open heart surgery and silent meditation retreats.
Please, God.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm over it.
Same. I'm over. Yeah, I'm definitely. I'm also over my own impulse to feel superior. Just on that note, like sit and think about what you've done. I'm also going to put myself in that camp because, like I was saying about the sandwiches, the ones where I come across as sort of like, you know, smug or condescending. And that Tara Brach episode was also about like, do you feel superior to people? Do you feel inferior to people? If you really can feel like you're on an equal footing with everyone on the planet, that's also going to be just better for all of us. So I'm not feeling better than or less than. That's
really nice.
Yeah.
Because you are really smart.
Thanks.
But you come from a family of overachievers.
To some degree, yeah. My dad was super, yeah.
Or they think very highly of themselves. Maybe that's a different way to say it.
Wow. I don't know if that's the case.
No?
That my family all think highly of themselves?
Well, like your mom thinks very highly of herself. I don't know if she's an overachiever, but
yeah, but that's like a personality disorder situation.
Oh, okay. And you're just perfect.
I'm not saying I'm perfect. I've got all sorts of shit wrong with me, but what are you trying to say?
I'm just trying to I wonder where that comes from. The idea that you feel like a superiority that you want to check in on yourself and like rebalance for your own.
Oh, just
grace.
because like as I'm like trying to communicate things that I care about, I don't want to do it from a place of like condescension or smugness. And I've watched some of my sandwiches. I've played a couple of them back and I've been like, yeah, I don't like that tone.
Yeah.
Because people aren't going to listen to you. Like, I think I've talked about it on here where my friend Mike Daisy did a monologue about Trump before Trump was elected. And he looked out at the audience. It was like a sea of white liberals at the Broad Theater. And he was like, Trump is going to be elected and it's your fault because you are smug. All of you white liberals are the fucking problem because you're smug and you're condescending. And the people who are feeling the pain of living in America without having like their fucking needs met, even though they've worked hard their whole lives and they're not getting what they need, blame you because you are condescending and smug. And I was like, you know, that point really hit home. And now I'm trying to like talk and say things and that tone. I'm like, don't do that.
Yeah.
Think about what you're saying and think about where it's coming from and why you feel the need to say it. That's my big resolution.
That's a great resolution.
Because I am impassioned and I'm going to keep talking, but I also want to do it from a place that's, that's balanced and healthy.
Great resolutions.
Yeah.
Very nice. It'll be exciting to listen back on this ep and then be like, we dropped the ball on all of that.
Yeah, right. She did none of it. She's a fucking total messed up nightmare.
She stopped making sandwiches.
Yeah.
She
just moved to Portugal and she's just like smoking weed on a beach because what else can you do?
He lives alone in a studio apartment without the heat on and the lights off, and he seems happy, but we can't get a hold of him.
Yeah, maybe he got a cat.
Oh, God, yes. All
yeah.
right. Before we move on, I did want to do that real quick. Because also it was a great year for so many things and successes and dreams that come true. But also we did lose Bobo, and I just did want to take a minute and shout out the ones we lost who we love.
Yeah, that was a tough loss. Bobo was an amazing guy. We had him for 21 years of fucking murderous rampages, and he bit me so hard just right before he died that he drew blood. It was like a week before he died. An amazing cat, an amazing guy.
Did we talk about that on here? I can't remember.
That he drew blood?
Yeah.
I think we recently did.
And
yeah.
that he like drank it and he survived an extra 2 weeks because of your sweet young blood.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Because I'm listening to that Stephen King book with the cannibalistic.
That's right.
grandparents.
And we just talked about yes.
Yeah.
I mean, he was amazing. He would like break into your paper bag to tear that ham sandwich right out and scarf it in front of you. He was the best. And I miss him.
I miss him a lot too.
Yeah.
He's still my wallpaper, and I was talking to my phone wallpaper picture of him last night and just saying like,
Young Bo.
Young Bo, I wish you were here for Christmas. I miss you. And so really good.
That's a good shout out.
Yeah. Good shout out. But that's the only loss I've felt ever.
Right. Which is wild.
It's wild.
It's wild.
Yeah.
Coming from, I mean, it's really interesting. You know, I've processed so many big losses, and some of them since I've met you. And so to process Bobo's loss with you was it was sort of like a new understanding, I think.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. And I know my time is coming with everyone in my life. Like all things come to an end. But
I could get hit by a bus tomorrow.
I dare you. Don't you fucking dare. I got
You'd
you
be
so
so
many
mad.
good Christmas gifts.
Oh.
I know that this is coming out after Christmas, but if I don't get to give you these Christmas gifts because you get hit by a bus, I'm going to be so mad at you.
I'm going to touch wood so that I don't get hit by a bus.
Okay.
Okay.
God damn it, Mary Jane. You would too. You really would.
Just to spite you for your fucking Latkes seasoning nonsense and saying that I think highly of myself.
Her last words were, "Look at what you did."
Yeah. Trying to build me up and tear me down again twice on this podcast. You're like, you're doing such a great job with your sandwiches. You think you're great, don't you?
So I guess my last resolution is shut up. Just be kind. Just be kind.
Be kind.
Shut up. The other thing is we have to talk about, because my brother Matt Glazer is an avid listener of the pod. We get many DMs, many texts, many emails from the man, and he came hard on a group chat about lobster rolls.
He was mad about it. He was mad about your wrong take that lobster rolls are nonsense.
Underflavored sweet bug.
Delicious nectar of the gods.
Yeah, well, he sent a picture of him eating the lobster roll that I took a bite of, that I was talking candidly about. And I'd like to just read a section of what he texted us, because one, I think he'll get a kick out of it. This is one of your Christmas gifts. And two, I think like he makes some okay points. This
picture of Matthew is amazing because he looks like he's going to fit that entire lobster roll into his mouth in one bite. It's an excellent angle. Very active shot. I also like that shirt he's wearing. It looks fuzzy and warm.
Matt, what's his last name?
Glazer?
Glazer.
Yeah, with a Z.
Yeah, but I have him under Matt Sully.
Oh my God, you're on your phone, you're scrolling on your phone. It's a trigger for me when you're scrolling on your phone when we're on the podcast. Okay. I'm going to try and do better next year. Okay.
Mike, you are dead wrong about lobster rolls. Absolutely delicious. The place we went was a little shed on the water, and we had the best, scrumptious meal. Plus, Patrick was really brave and touched one. The first one was a little too sassy, so they had to choose a different one for him to pick up.
Sassy.
It was a little sassy, spiny lobster.
Wild.
So anyway, I just had to shout out Matt for his own opinion and just like give space.
Give space.
And just give space
to the idea that
like,
lobster rolls are delicious.
Exactly.
Do you know the song I'm Lester the Lobster?
No.
I'm Lester the Lobster from PEI, a beady little, or a something little bug with two beady little eyes, and I can beat anything half my size. I'm Lester the Lobster from PEI.
I love it. What is it from?
It's just a Canadian song.
Is PEI like a...
Prince Edward Island.
Oh, it's a place. It's not a high school.
It's a province.
It's a so they have their own
it's
lobster
one of the 10
song?
provinces of Canada. Yes.
Oh, cool. That's fun.
You're trying so hard.
No, I think that's really fun.
You don't give a fuck.
Are you?
You don't give a fuck about Lester the Lobster.
If he was in a role, no, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I don't know why I
That's
felt the need to sing it, but it's just
awesome.
It's a cute little ditty.
I like it too because I like when places have pride in their animals.
Mm-hmm.
I love I wish we don't give like state birds, state plants.
Yeah, there's no like bald eagle song.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's really cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I guess the bald eagle song would be
America, fuck yeah.
Oh yeah, you've seen the eagle with the man arms shooting the guns.
Oh my
and walking.
God, that's the greatest gif of all time.
Yeah.
Also, another resolution. I'd like to sing more in 2024. I'm not a trained singer, and I don't think anyone wants to listen to me. But it feels good to sing and to dance. I want to dance more, move my body more, and sing more next year.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Nice.
So more singing in your ears, friends. Let's do songs like, I did Driving Biscuit. People really liked that.
Oh, classic.
That
Can't
was-
believe it didn't hit the charts.
So yeah.
Blew up on SoundCloud, but it should have made that next breakthrough.
Yeah, I can't believe what's her name? Who's the girl who sings the original song?
Olivia Rodriguez?
Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe she didn't pick it up and like duet me with it.
Well, we got to reach out to Lorne Michaels from SNL.
Oh yeah.
He's the one who will get.
Can you imagine if I got an audition for SNL next year?
Yo.
I was just watching Leslie Jones talk about it, and she was saying how she was like, if you're in your 40s, that is not a show for you. She was like, that is a young person's show. She was like, you want me to do what now? No, I'm not jumping off that.
That's funny because she was at the Comedy Store the night of my after party show.
Amazing.
And so I went up to her and I was like, what's up, Leslie? I'm like, and she was like, how you doing? I was like, I have a show upstairs if you just want to drop in and you're hanging around. If not, all good. And she goes, I don't want to do that. And I go, okay, nice to meet you. She's like, you too.
Wow.
It was great.
I'm taking a page out of Leslie Jones's playbook.
1,000,000%.
Fucking love it.
No disrespect.
Yeah.
Just a assertive, like, no, thank you.
No thanks.
Yep.
Great.
Mm-hmm. Let's all be more like Leslie Jones.
Oh,
2024.
all world leaders that's what they should do. We shouldn't send them to a transcendental meditation camp. We should send them to a fucking workshop on how to be a better person, helmed by Leslie Jones.
And Brene or just Les?
Just Leslie.
I love it.
Yeah.
Great.
Fucking A.
Oh, that's cool. Also, I know we're getting way ahead of ourselves here, but with the Los Angeles Olympics coming up,
Oh yeah.
and Leslie Jones hopefully being a commentator for all of it, and
the
it being
greatest.
here in Los Angeles.
Yes, I will be
God.
leaving Los Angeles for the Olympics and renting my place out to make $50,000.
Fucking respect. 1,000,000%.
That's my plan.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
I will be here and saving up all my money to go to as many events as possible.
Amazing.
Yeah. I will be wearing a Cat in the Hat American flag hat.
Uh-huh.
I will be wearing big
Jinko jeans?
Jinko jeans and bald eagle sunglasses and watching badminton doubles or whatever the fuck it is. I can't wait.
Fucking love it.
Hell yeah. Especially because roller hockey never became an Olympic event.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. Feeling
Butt of the week?
salty about that? Let's do it. Who's your butt of the week?
My butt of the week this week. I just went to his birthday party. It's what I was talking about earlier. Saying yes to invites from great people. John Cappetta, my butt of the week. Happy birthday, bud. I think you make a massive impact on the weed industry in a very positive way. I think you hold people accountable in an important way. I think you speak your mind in a way that people can understand, but also moves everything in the right direction in this industry. You're also mad funny. You're also very kind. You're also like a really talented writer. And you're just a great hang. And when we went to Benihana, he had the joke of the night. He was like, we should all take dabs off of the Benihana grill. And like, it was so funny. And I was like, that's the joke of the night. So John Cappetta, at John Cappetta, is my butt of the week.
Fantastic, bud. I love Cappetta. He has given me space to write about stuff in the Weirdos column, and you too, both of us. And I'm always grateful to him for he's really the reason that the My Whole Sandwich project started.
That's right.
Because he gave me the space to write about sexism, and that's where it all stems from.
Dang. Right on.
So can he be my... No, he's not my butt of the week, too.
Who's your butt of the week?
My butt of the week is Roger Volodarsky, another cannabis titan. I've known Roger for a long time, and I've watched him build Puffco into this just like world dominant company. And it's so cool because he's done it all with this amazing team of people who many of them are still with the company. Like he just really treats people around him well. And that's evident in how the company runs and just who he is. And he just wrote to me recently. He had just followed It's the Mayo for Me. And he wrote to me just like a really nice little DM about like how he respected how I was dealing with the bros in the comments, and just meant everything coming from him because I know that he deals with he gets a lot of online fucking shit, and it's wild to watch him.
You want to talk about someone who has to deal with fake accounts posting like Puffco lawsuit in his comments and shit like that. The
way he has to navigate the fucking haters is it's really something to see. So he is at Jolly Roger. Follow him for his lives. He's always dabbing on his lives and just having a great time talking about the culture, and he cares about things so much, and I just adore him. So nice. He's my butt of the week. And also I wanted to shout out Liza Treyger from my favorite podcast that is not this podcast, That's Messed Up, an SVU podcast. And it's Liza Treyger and Kara Clank being very funny about SVU episodes. If you haven't listened to it, it's a great time. They hang out and then they recap an episode, and then they recap the crime that was based on. And she gave you a couple of bracelets from the podcast to give to me, and I just am so happy about it.
That's awesome. And
so cool.
Last but not least, one resolution that didn't come true this year We did not take over Bert Kreischer's spot in the podcast listings.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Coming for you, Bert.
But we're freaking coming for you. You think I'm giving up in 2024? You're out of your freaking mind.
Hell no, we are on our way. So
we are the machine.
Yeah, we are the fucking machine. Come check out Fuck the Feds comedy tour. Come and catch us live on the road. We're coming for you, Kreischer.
Thank you all for listening to us for another year. I don't know like why you do, but thank you for doing it. And also tell all of your buds so that we can take over that top spot that Bert is holding so preciously in his tiny little vodka holding hands.
Tiny little vodka holding
They're
hands.
very big. I've shook his hand. They're like warm, large pillows.
Yeah, the guy's like a bear.
Yeah.
Thank you to producer Mark for having us at Pittycast Studios for another year. Thank you to producer Alex for hopping in when producer Mark can't make it and just giving us a home here. And I don't know. Yeah, thanks everyone so much for listening. Thank you, Mike, for doing this with me and holding each other accountable and moving each other forward.
Fucking right, Mary Jane. Thank you for the exact same.
Yeah.
Nice.
Follow at Weed and Grub on Instagram. Email us at wg@weedandgrub.com with things you want to hear us talk about. Pictures of your cats. Food you want to see us make and eat on the podcast and chew in your ears.
Yeah. Do we want to end on a joke?
Sure.
You got one?
Oh my God. Not off the dome.
Me neither.
Okay.
Should we end on something sincere to end the year?
Sure.
Is that okay? That makes me so uncomfortable. Is that growth?
I think so.
To end something on something sincere?
Sure.
Okay. Well, thanks. So Mark's looking up joke of the day. Buddy, thanks so much, but we're good. Mary Jane, thanks so much. What a great year of podcasting with you. And I'm really proud and can't wait to see where it goes.
Same, Mike. Thank you so much. And just like sit in this earnestness.
I have a joke though now.
Oh God. Okay. Let's hear it.
And I hope we continue to salt each other's latkes.
Okay. Good. I'll
Cool.
salt your latkes anytime, baby.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Happy New Year. Bye.